Alright, let's explain the future meta of this game right now, okay? So right now, okay? Let me put myself like in the corner so you guys can really see the art, okay? So right now, what we have is, we have the one. Oh shit, that's not blue. Control Z. The blue one, right? This guy, the muscular guy. The pinnacle of existence, as they say. Right? The future meta is Merlin? Kind of, I'll get into that. Hold up. Okay, so this is his muscles, right? The bumps on his muscles, and then I have to draw the detail, chat. Where's my mouse? I lost it. Oh, it's right there. That's the lion sin of sun tattoo thing, his grace, whatever. Okay, that's the one. I'm gonna have nightmares. Gonna have a kind of Gravity Falls vibe to it. Yeah, it's a very nice song. So this is the one, right? Now we got basically this guy, right, is the highest DPS in the game, right? He does big damage, big DPS, right? He is the main DPS in this game. He's the best one, right? Now what he did by existing in this game is he basically made it so if you go first, you win. It's kind of always been like that, but not really. The way Escanor did it is like a go first equals win. Right? Equals a win. That's right now. Right now. This is what happens. This is right now. Okay? But why does the one look like season 2 Albion? Don't question it. Okay, so Escanor basically made it so he does so much damage so fast that you want to be able to get that damage quick. And since no one in the game can tank it except, you know, the new Merlin that came out, but what they're basically trying to do is do the same way that what Blue Demon Melee did to PvP. So what Blue Demon Melee did to PvP is almost the exact same thing that the one Escanor did. Blue Demon Melee, here, I'll make a nice little illustration of Blue Demon Melee. What Blue Demon Melee did to the game is basically do the same thing. If you go first with the Pierce team, you win, right? So what did they do to counteract against this, right? That's Blue Demon Melee. Hold up. I'll draw his Lost Vein sword also. Give me a second. Alright? So this is what Blue Demon Melee did to the game. Okay, he basically also made it, this is Pierce, right? Pierce kind of did the same thing. Pierce made it so if you go first, you basically, Pierce, you use all your cards, and then you get cards back, and then you win the game. Easy clap. Right? So, Blue Demon Melee, what they do to stop Blue Demon Melee? They brought out, who? Green Valenti. Right? Oh, I have to draw her robotic arms. It's not, they're floating, right? Yeah, they're floating. Okay, this is Blue Valenti basically. Okay. Oh wait, no, she doesn't have arms. Oh no, she does have arms still. Whatever. I have to draw her ponytails, don't I? I don't even know. She has hair. I just completely blanked on how Valenti looks. Okay, this is skinny Valenti. What Valenti did, I think on global actually, Valenti did come out first. But I'm talking about how it went on JP. Because JP is how the game generally progressed. Right? So yes, I'm pretty sure on global, Valenti came out first. Right? But that's because they already knew the damage that Blue Demon Melee did. But what Blue Demon Melee did was also go first and you win. Right? So what did they do? They released someone like Valenti that basically makes it so you can still win if you go second. Basically a tanking unit. Now the equivalent to this Valenti right now, where's my mouse? Okay, the equivalent to this Valenti right now is who? Green Merlin. I can't even draw her hair. That's Green Merlin, okay? We'll just say this is Green Merlin. We'll just have the floating balls around her as well. Okay? This is Green Merlin. These two achieve the same thing, but just because of power creep, they look different. These two, for what they do, is the exact same. They slow the game down. They make it so you can't heal back up. You can't do too much damage to them at once. They basically achieve the same thing, right? So the way how the meta is gonna shift again, it's gonna go from fast burst damage back to slow meta. So I will not be surprised if the next Holy War Festival is some type of taunt unit with damage reduction, with, let's say, attack related stats debuff, something that will drastically slow down Escanor. Okay, Sariel also speeds up the game. Yes, he does, but not as much as Blue Escanor speeds up the game, because at least Sariel, you would rank him up for a turn, because his level 2 cards don't really wipe people, but his level 3 cards do. But for Escanor, his level 2 cards wipe you, right? We don't know what the next Holy War Festival is going to be. People are going to say Purgatory Bond, but I think that's going to be a regular Sins Festival, not a Holy War Festival. So that's basically the future of the meta. In a way, we're going to have a meta where we're going to have a bunch of, I don't know if they're all going to be green units, but they're going to have a nice, like, they're going to keep being green. Their main priority right now is to slow, where's my mouse again? There it is. It's to slow the game down, slow it down. Right now, games end in 2 or 3 turns. 2 or 3 turns max if you're using Escanor. If you're using Assault Melee, it's like 5 turns, right? So what they're doing is slowing the game down, right? They're trying to have, I don't know, 5-turn games, maybe even higher, 5-turn plus games right now. Right now, we're literally stuck at, like, turn 3, you basically know if you lost or you won. With 3 turns passed. Well, more like 2. Kind of like 2, actually. Kind of 2 turns. In 2 turns, you know if you win or you lost. Against Escanor. But with Assault Melee, it takes a little longer because he does some shenanigans. But what they're not trying to do is slow the game down. Get it to the point where, okay, if you go second, if you have the right team, you can still win. But going first still has to have an advantage. Right? Oh, we're going to see 10-turn PvP matches? Nah. It won't be that crazy, but I think what they're going to do, and I hope they don't do it, is if they keep going this route, where slow it down, there might be a point in the meta where going second will be the way to go. Going second might actually be beneficial. The extra ult cage, and since your team will be already tanky enough because of Green Merlin units similar to Green Merlin, like, this is what's going to happen. We're literally going to hit a point where the games are just going to take too long. And I don't know if they're going to, like, counter it out to make it balanced, but the way Merlin's passive works, I don't know if they could do worse or better, but it could be in a place where, let's say their unit comes out, you can't get one shot, you can't do more than 100k to any unit on the field in 1 turn, or something like that, something to drastically slow it down. Something like Estarosa's Commandment, but only to your enemies. Something dumb like that. So you're saying Purgatory Bond not going to be a powerhouse? He might be, but I don't think the way they might build him, I don't know, we'll see. I don't know Purgatory Bond, but yeah, you're right. CC food in that case will not be meta anymore. We will be slowly inching towards either something like HP food, I guess, if you still really want to go first. You could run evade food, which is becoming really popular right now, or you could run ult food, right? Any of these 3 variations would work, right? These are probably the best 3 foods. If you're not using CC food, these are the next 3 best foods. I mean, attack food is good as well. Defense food if you're using Tarmiel specifically. But the way it is right now, we're moving away from CC food and going first. Right now, going first does not matter. The way it's happening. I'm not late here. What's up, Toxic? I'm talking about the future matter. Diane should be more on the defensive because they do a lot with her heavy metal. Make it good on a giant Diane. It could be good. She could be actually. Yeah, Diane could be again, part of these type of units that slow the game down. So basically, in a way, Escanor and Blue Demon Melee did the same thing to the meta. Obviously, Blue Demon Melee needed Lilia, and Escanor kind of needs Green Gother. In a way, Escanor, not really, he's really good without him, but he kind of needs Green Gother. And actually, you could technically put Goddess Liz in this category as well. Goddess Liz did as well slow down the game to the point where you can't get one shot. You can't just one tap a unit. This is Goddess Liz, by the way. I'm too lazy to draw her eyes, so we're just gonna draw. She's gonna look like Escanor because they're both like technically have goddess powers. But they basically did the same thing. She as well slowed the game down. The update hasn't happened yet, yeah. Green Small DN kind of was a slow meta unit if you went first with her. True. Yeah, actually, yeah, Green Small DN as well. That's fair. I'm not gonna draw her, but this is I can't draw her. It's pretty easy. Let me put the music back on. Let's see. Okay, but yeah, Green Small DN is. I lost my mouse again. MS Paint, please. Am I blind? Okay, look. That's Green Small DN with a bunch of rocks around her, right? She did the same thing. These are called slow down units. Okay, well, I just misplaced. Her head is misplaced. Whatever. Okay, but units that would be considered fast-paced units right now are, I guess, Tarmiel as well. Tarmiel you could also consider a slow-paced unit. Sariel is definitely a technically a slow-paced, a fast-paced unit here, where he basically, you know, if you go first, you're at a massive advantage compared to if you go second with this guy. That's his hair, by the way. His hair is blue. Okay, but Sariel also you can consider him a fast-paced unit. So right now we're too far on this side of the scale, and they want to push him more back on this side of the scale to get this middle ground where, like you know, it's balanced a little bit. Not balanced, but like, you know, it's not so reliant on going first. Are you pulling for Merlin? Probably not. Her banner's really bad. Sariel's kind of middle ground. No, I would say Sariel is definitely fast-paced bound, because he doesn't really slow down the game at all. Tarmiel definitely does. He has ult control and he has the damage reduction, but Sariel is basically the same thing. You rank him up, you use both his cards, and you're killing a unit, pretty much. But yeah, we might definitely get a type of unit that is, like someone in chat just said Dallas here. He says a unique gonna decrease damage taken when going second. That could very well be happen. There could very well be, let's say, the more CC the opponent has, the less damage they take. You know what I mean? Something that will completely cuck like Escanor as a high CC unit. Actually, that's a great idea. Having a unit that takes less damage based on how much the difference between the CC of each other. That's smart. You know what I mean? Look, Purgatory Bond is going to be a green healer. He's going to have high resistance, high crit resistance. He's going to have gift that heals heroes max HP, then 20% of heroes max HP, then 50%. He's also going to decrease damage taken all allies by 30% for level 3 for 3 turns. His unique's going to decrease damage taken when going second. Maybe, but I always seems Bond. Okay, the gift, I agree with the gift, like healing. Maybe we get a cleanse unit in the meta. That would be really nice. But the thing about like Bond, I don't know how that would work though. Decreasing damage taken, like it's a good card, but he has to also do damage himself. I feel like Bond is a damage dealer. Maybe not like a Escanor damage dealer, but he has to do something. Looks more like a first grader drawing. Yeah, well, I didn't ask for your opinion, did I? This is basically it. This is the meta. Right now, we're at this side, right? JP is kind of at this side. Right now, this is getting a lot of love. Going second, slowing the game down, not getting killed turn 1. This is what it is on global right now. Sariel, the one, if you don't have these two, right now, you lose. Basically. With a goddess Liz, of course. You can't appreciate great artwork? Facts. Tell him. Can be the damage? Nah, but I feel like he has to have some kind of card that does a damage. I don't know. Purgatory Bond is a weird build. I don't think he'll be purely damage decreased. I feel like Chandler would be a unit with a full counter that could be a very good damage reduction unit. That's a possibility, but we're moving. I feel like we're about to have a Holy War Festival on JP after this collab, right? It will most likely be on this side of the scale, where it's, you know, this side where it slows the game down. We need it, I guess. Bring a blue Escanor, not the one Escanor? I don't think we're gonna get an Escanor for a long time. A regular blue Escanor, like a base form? Not for a long time. Oh, I told you right now, chat, we're going this way. We are not gonna go this way in terms of the meta. Not for a good bit. We're not gonna get a very strong burst damage unit. It's too unbalanced right now. Yeah, no, the update is right now. Actually, I have MK2 Valenti's coming out in literally right now, in an hour. But I'm probably gonna go on JP, do a couple multis. But this is pretty much it. This is the meta right now. Too much fast burst and too little damage reduction on one side. Too little control. So Merlin's a control, Tantian's a control, Green Valenti was a control for Blue Demon Melee back in the day. Goddess Liz is kind of a mix of both, but she's more of a control unit because she literally lets you live a one-shot. You know what I mean? So we'll see. I don't know how they're going to stop Escanor, but it's going to have to be some damage reduction or some insanely high crit resistance. Something like increases crit resistance based on the highest crit. Oh my god, that's a genius passive. Increases the hero's crit resistance by the highest crit chance of the enemy. So if one of my units have, let's say, 100% crit chance, that unit's getting 100% crit resistance. Oh my god. Genius. Okay, well, that's it. Alright, chat, I hope you enjoyed that